Go on a date to the movies, forget it. We're not kissing. We're not kissing. Because I'm watching the movie. Okay, so I'm a little behind again. Nothing new to see here. How's it going? How are you? I'm great. Thanks for asking. I'm going to make this quick just because not a lot happened this month, and that's okay. I really just took time to soak up life. That sounds really depressing. I'm fine. But I really did just take time to... Is this dark? Whatever. I just kind of took time to be in the moment of everything that I was doing, whether that was with friends or family. And when I did film, it was a little more of a reflection or just whatever was on my mind at the time. So, yeah. That's pretty much what this month is. But getting right into it, I didn't start filming for June until the 6th. As you can tell by this first clip that I filmed, I didn't start filming until the 6th. And let's just say the plans that I had moving forward into June clearly did not pan out, because here we are in July already. But it's only the 1st. So we're doing better. It's June 6th. My video for May still hasn't gone up, but it'll be up by either late tonight or tomorrow. This is gonna seem really dramatic, but tomorrow I'm getting back on track. Making my body feel good, making my mind feel good, and keeping my space in a condition that does not make me feel stressed, but also not stressing if not everything is perfect. I can't feel like I'm constantly behind, because it sucks to feel like that. Yeah, I was probably good for about a week after that, but after that I just kind of, like I said, went with the flow just to see how things would go. I had a pretty good month, I would say. There was one thing that I felt like I was missing, and that's a creative outlet outside of this project. All you gotta do is move your body. Shh. Hey, so we're back in the kitchen. What's new? I love it here. Started cooking and then decided, oh, right now's a good time to film. What is up? We're back in June. A little late, I know, but video went up today and I could care less about anything else. How is everyone? Are we enjoying June so far? I am. I'm gonna try to make better eye contact than I did the last time. I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna burn myself like I did the last time. We're gonna avoid that. I am lacking on creative outlets. Like, I know I'm making this series, but and don't get me wrong, I'm having a lot of fun. Is it stressful? Yes, because it's not like anyone asked me to do this by any means. I decided to do this on my own, by myself, with the help of one person. I love you. Well, I enjoy my job most days like any other job. It's not very creative. It doesn't give me a creative space. I'm not in a creative space. So all day I'm focused on my job and my work. But then I get home and I'm drained and tired, but I want to be creative. I'm trying to think of ways to fulfill that art side of my brain right now. Basically, there are just some things that I want to do that I feel like would fulfill that creative void that I don't feel like I'm getting. But something that I really enjoy doing is bouncing ideas off of people. And they don't even have to be my ideas. So in this next little tidbit, I'm talking about my friend who basically wants to start a business, but I just started talking to the camera as if you guys knew who she was, knew her name and all this stuff. So that's why in the middle, you just see me say, she wants to do everything. So that's what this is. She wants to make, you name it. She wants to make everything. And I believe that she can. And so hearing her have her ideas and asking me what I would want as like a customer and what I like, I love that. Like, again, not my idea, but I like having that interaction of, oh, let's think about this. Oh, let's think about this. Or having an idea for hypothetical scenarios. Like, so get this. I'm not going to say I'm a die-hard fan because there are probably episodes I haven't seen. But I'm a big fan of SpongeBob. Now, there are little things in my apartment that allude to SpongeBob. Like my Wi-Fi. It's called the Pineapple. And the password, I'm not going to tell you, but it has something to do with SpongeBob. We like to have the occasional beverage every now and again. And so I was thinking I should have a signature drink when people come over. What better name than Bikini Bottom for a beverage? But then I started thinking, I should make a whole menu based around that whole show. I hope you heard all of that. You probably can. Wouldn't that be fun? And it's those things like, that's fun to me. Just coming up with silly little things that aren't going to happen. But just having that idea and knowing that my creative brain still works. It's like, it's good. It's good. So the other day I was at work and I was working on a document and someone walked in and they were like, have you heard this song? And I was like, no. So they played it and I was like, ooh, I like that song. It reminds me of this other song. I love that kind of stuff. Just like sharing music and talking about, you know, similar, what am I saying? There's something about sharing music with people that is so soothing and universal. I can't even remember the song that they played for real. I'll have to ask because I really liked it. It was by an artist that I never heard of before, but it reminded me of an artist that I love. And so I feel like if I listen to more of that music, I'm just gonna have a time. I'm gonna have a whole time. My favorite thing, and I haven't done this in so long because no one will go on a ride with me. Love just driving around and blasting music. I don't want to hear anything but music. Like, don't try to talk to me. Don't try to talk to me. Let's just listen to music. You know what I mean? And at night, boy, I just need something like that. Like right now. I gotta do something about this creative void. I'm gonna go so I can finish dinner because I'm starving. And I'll talk to you soon. So yeah, I'm just trying to find something outside of work that fills that need of being creative. I hate saying creative so many times over and over again because you get it. But I don't know. Just something that I feel like I need to do. I don't know if that's with a job or with a new hobby, but I need something. Now, you know how I said at the beginning I was going to get everything back on track. I was going to get my mind right, my body right. Well, that lasted a week. But in that week, I did really well. I worked out every day for 5 days straight, and I felt great at the end of that week. And here's another little thing that I did that I decided to document out of everything that I did that week. So yesterday, I think the last thing I filmed was me like, the last thing I filmed was me saying that I was gonna get stuff done tomorrow. Was it, what? No, that was 2 days ago. Clearly it's been a long 2 days, I guess. Yesterday, I had a long to-do list. And most days that I have a long to-do list, I get most of it done. And then I'm like, okay, I need to finish the rest of it the next day. And then I never finish it. Ladies and gentlemen, I finished a whole to-do list yesterday. When I tell you I physically smiled when I crossed off the last thing, it was like, it was fulfilling. And I hate saying that. I make so many lists for myself and I expect to not finish them. And it's not because I don't want to or I don't think I'm going to. I just never do. And the fact that I finished everything yesterday was just so rewarding. And I didn't even do anything to reward myself. I had time to cook myself a nice dinner and dessert. And I just sat and watched old Disney Channel. And that was rewarding enough. It was having free time for myself and not feeling guilty about it like I did last month. And then I woke up this morning and I worked out, and I haven't worked out in a while. And so I knew that I was going to feel better about myself once I did that, even if I felt like crap before, during, and after, which I did. But I got up and I got my body moving. I don't know, I felt like I needed to share that because even though it's a small victory, it's a victory in my books for myself. Again, even though it lasted a week, it's still a victory. I really don't need to say much going into this next part. All I'm gonna say is the passion is real. The passion is real. Good morning. I don't know how many of you know this, but I'm a film major. Like, I went to school for film, which, in my opinion, is pretty cool. But with COVID, a lot of things, like, made productions really difficult. That includes, like, the release of films. A lot of films either went straight to streaming or they got postponed. Now, let me tell you something else about myself. I love musical theater. It brings me joy. It honestly brings out my rawest emotions, probably. And that's with everything. Sadness, anger, happiness. Like, I see that in every musical that I watch. I think musical theater by itself is so magical. With that being said, one of my favorite musicals got made into a movie. In the Heights. Boy, let me tell you, when I first saw that musical on stage, I fell in love. I fell deeply in love with that story. It was supposed to come out summer of 2020, and I was over the moon excited for it to come out. Like, I was gonna get tickets for the premiere. I was gonna go see it probably by myself because I knew that the guy that I was talking to at the time, he wasn't gonna go see it with me. I just knew it. I just knew it. So I was planning to go see it by myself and just have a time, because I also didn't live in my hometown. So I wasn't going to be able to see it with my family, and I knew they liked it as well. It got postponed. And I think my heart broke, and I was like, I can't wait a whole year for this to come out. But here we are, a year later. I'm gonna cry. And it's already come out on a streaming service, but I have not watched it. Me and my family are going to see it today in literally 2 hours, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited because one, this will be the first movie theater that I've gone to in over a year. That means so much to me. Am I gonna cry? No. But seriously, like, I've been devastated that theaters have been not necessarily closed, but they just haven't been functioning the same. And because of that, I haven't gone, even though I love going to the movie theater. I love live theater. And so having those two just be restricted, it's just been heartbreaking. And I cannot wait to sit in a theater with surround sound and just this beautiful story told in front of me. My future partner, they better get ready, because we're going to the movies 3-4 times a month. Maybe that's excessive. Maybe twice, depending on what movies are coming out. But we're going. Okay? And if any of y'all are watching that are moviegoers like myself, we're going. We're going to the movies. And here's the thing. I'm not going to sit and talk to the movie. What? I'm not going to sit there and talk about the movie. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to let it play out. The last thing I have to say isn't even about this experience. It's just a comment in general, because I just need y'all to know. Always sit through the credits. Always. I know they're long, and I know it's just a bunch of names going through a screen, but those people worked so hard, not only on the film, but they worked hard to be a part of it. They worked hard to get their name on there. And the person who was listed last on those credits worked just as hard as the first person who's listed on the credits. I guarantee it. So please watch the credits. Give credit where credit is due. And just recognize who made that film that you watched. I don't know, because someday my name might be the last name on that list. Hey. Also, if you sit through the credits, you could see an after credit scene that no one knows about. For instance, Holes has a post credit scene. Did y'all know that? My battery's dead. I'm gonna go get ready to see this movie. I'm gonna go get ready to see this movie in theaters. I'm gonna cry. I had fully planned on coming home later that day and talking about the movie, but I just couldn't. I was in awe. It was a beautiful movie. Why'd you say your mom? Like, it's our mom. Anyway, it's sad because there are people who have issues with it. I don't want to get into it because who cares about what I say? That sounds bad, but like, in this sense, like, y'all don't care. Y'all are here because I probably asked you to watch the video. But it was a good movie. It's a beautiful story. And yes, I did cry 3 times. One, when the previews were playing, because I was just so happy to be there. 2, during the movie, because of something that happens. And then 3 at the end of the movie, because it was over. I bawled my eyes out. My sister was laughing at me. And honestly, that's all I have to say about it. I haven't even watched it on the streaming service because I feel like it won't live up to seeing it in the theater. So, as you can see, my hair is straight. I got it done. And I'll touch more on it after this. But I was terrified to even have it straight. And clearly it didn't last long enough for me to wear it down right here. And so we're just in a ponytail today. Hey girl. Here's the deal. And I have a hair appointment today. Getting it washed and styled, which means I'm getting it trimmed, which also means it's getting straightened. I don't remember the last time I applied heat to my hair. But the thing is, girl, my hair is so uneven and I know it. And I've been trying to like cover it up with keeping it curly or keeping it up in braids, something. It's just getting unmanageable because everything is so uneven. So what time is it now? In an hour and a half I will have straight hair, and I'm terrified because I have to go to work with straight hair, and no one at work has seen me with straight hair. I haven't had straight hair in probably 2 years. Blow dried it straight, I think, to see like where my dead ends were, but then I washed it after that. So I have no idea, one, how long my hair is. My voice needs to wake up. I have no idea how long my hair is. I don't know how dead it is in some areas, probably. I'm scared. Like, this isn't supposed to sound narcissistic or self-centered, selfish, or whatever. But I know what's going to happen is I'm going to go into work, and the people that I normally work with, they're probably going to say that they like my hair because it's different. They've never seen it like that. And so it's something new to them. Like, recently, I've been painting my nails. You know, you see something new on someone. Oh, I like that. I like what you're doing there. So when I started doing that, hey, I like your nails. Oh, thanks. I just know the same thing's going to happen with my hair. And I'm not ready for it because I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with seeing myself with straight hair again. So yeah, I went to work that afternoon, and it was like some people didn't recognize me, and some people were like, okay, hey girl, which was a really good like confidence boost, just because, like I said, I was so scared to straighten my hair. Here's why. I'm gonna keep it short, but for anyone who's somewhat interested in my hair journey, let me know, and I might do a itty bitty little tiny side video in the middle or at the end of July talking about my hair in full. Keep it short. When I was about 5 or 6, my mom, love you girl, took me to get my first relaxer. Again, not gonna go into it. Look it up. Up until about 2 years ago, so I was 22, 21, depending on the time. 22, 23. Whatever. Up until 2 years ago, I was getting relaxers. So relaxers are great when they're maintained and you take care of your hair and do everything that goes into it. But I got to a point where I was basically just tired of keeping up with it, and I didn't know what my real curls looked like. I think I just went on a tangent. The reason why I was scared to straighten it is because when I have a relaxer, my hair is automatically straight. And so, in my mind, relaxing it for me, just me, only me. If you're out there and you have a relaxer and you love it, I love you. Do what you gotta do. Do what you wanna do. But for me, it was a symbol of giving up. Because I'd worked so hard to grow my hair out, now it's like, oh, now I have to straighten it, put heat on it, do all this stuff to, at the end of the day, make it healthier. I'm not giving up by putting heat on my hair and straightening it. I'm doing that so that when I do have it curly, it is healthier. I don't know what it was, and it didn't last very long, but there were a couple of days where I just felt I was being really hard on myself. And it was around a time where, one, I felt like a friend of mine was kind of going through something but didn't voice it or vocalize it. So I felt like I could feel it, but I had no idea what it was. And so I was just kind of down with them. And then someone from my past popped up, and I didn't like that. So it brought back memories and feelings of being around them. And it was just really awful. And I tried to film 2 times. I'm not even going to put one of the clips in here. But yeah, I was just feeling really down and out about myself. And I eventually got through it. But it's just so interesting how people can make you feel, whether it's good or bad. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there because I know last month I talked about toxic people. Now, my friend is not toxic, but the person from the past is toxic. And it just completely threw my mind for a loop. I don't know. I just felt like I was going through this like cycle of I don't know what. It just did not feel good. All that to say, I hope everyone is doing well, recognizing how they feel and when they feel it, because your mind is important. Mind is very important. I hope if you're not one to open up to people, that you have somebody to open up to, whether that's a parent, a sibling, a friend, or even someone that you work with. Tell you what, there are so many times at work where people have come up to me and they've been like, so this is happening. And I'm like, oh, have you talked to anybody about it? No, you're the 3rd person I've told. What? Talk to somebody if you're just not feeling like yourself sometimes. Okay? That's all I got. I know that ended really weird, but it's important. So, have a great rest of July. I hope June was good. On that note, hope you had a good June. Hope you have a good July. I'll see you at the end of the month. Don't ever let me do this again. I did it. I framed it. Now I have to put it up.